All right, so getting ready for a bank account manager interview, that's exciting. We've got some RoleCatcher resources that I think are going to really help you prepare.
Yeah, we're going to kind of deep dive into some common interview questions and give you some really good tips on how to answer them and even look at what a successful career in this field could look like.
You might think this role is all about numbers,
Right.
but it's so much more.
Yeah.
It's about, being that trusted advisor, helping people navigate the world of finance
Mhm.
and making smart decisions.
Absolutely. You're building relationships, understanding their needs, and helping people get to their financial goals. And in today's world, banking is going digital, so you'll have to be tech savvy too.
Okay, so let's jump right into the interview. RoleCatcher has given us some really common questions that I think we can break down and give some good answers to.
Okay.
Huh.
Sounds good. Let's start with a classic. Tell us about your experience managing bank accounts.
Oh, yeah, this one always seems to come up.
It does.
Eh,
This is your chance to shine. Don't just list your past jobs. Show them you understand what the role is all about. Think about times you've helped people with their finances, even if it wasn't in a bank. Did you help a family member create a budget? Did you volunteer at a community center and help seniors with their banking?
That's gold.
Exactly.
Those are good. You show you can connect with people.
Yeah. Now be ready for a follow-up question like, what's the most challenging financial situation you've helped a client navigate? This is where you demonstrate your problem-solving skills. Pick a situation that you had to think creatively, stay calm under pressure, and ultimately help someone find a solution.
I love that. Showing you can handle the tough stuff.
Okay.
Next up, how do you prioritize your work as a bank account manager?
This is all about organization and time management. You'll be juggling clients, paperwork, and deadlines, so they want to know that you have a system. Maybe you swear by a detailed to-do list, a color-coded calendar, or even a specific app. Share what works for you.
Yeah, and explain how it helps you stay on top of everything. Be ready for them to ask. Describe a time when you had to reprioritize tasks due to an unexpected situation. Everyone has those fire drills, so share a story that shows your adaptability and flexibility.
Perfect. Now let's tackle a question that can sometimes feel a little tricky. How do you handle difficult customers?
Oh, we've all had them. Where someone's frustrated or upset, but remember, they're looking for someone who can stay calm, empathize with the customer, and find solutions.
Focus on your ability to de-escalate the situation, listen actively, and turn a negative experience into a positive one. A great way to do this is to share a specific example where you successfully navigated a difficult customer interaction. What did you do? And what was the outcome?
I think having those stories ready to go is key. Okay, let's shift gears a bit. This next question is all about staying up to date. How do you ensure that customer accounts are in compliance with all relevant regulations and policies?
This is where you demonstrate your commitment to staying informed and detail-oriented. You can talk about your process for reviewing accounts, staying informed about updates to regulations, and implementing any necessary changes.
And mention specific resources you use to stay current, like industry newsletters, professional development courses, or internal training programs.
Exactly. And don't forget to highlight your ability to explain complex regulations to customers in a way that makes sense to them. That's a valuable skill for a bank account manager.
Okay, let's get into a really important one. How do you manage risk when dealing with customer accounts?
This is where you showcase your understanding of potential pitfalls and your ability to mitigate them. You might discuss your knowledge of fraud prevention techniques, your meticulous attention to detail when reviewing applications or transactions, or your ability to identify red flags.
And don't hesitate to mention any specific training or certifications you have related to risk management. It shows you're serious about protecting both the bank and its customers.
Absolutely. Now, here's a question that dives into your decision-making process. Can you give an example of a time when you had to make a difficult decision related to a customer account?
This one can be tricky, but the key is to choose an example that shows your ethical approach, your ability to weigh different factors, and your commitment to doing what's right, even if it's tough.
Exactly. Maybe you had to deny a loan application even though the customer was a long-standing client. Walk them through how you handled the situation with sensitivity and professionalism while adhering to the bank's policies.
Great example. Now let's talk about confidentiality. How do you handle sensitive customer information in a confidential and secure manner?
This one is all about emphasizing your understanding of privacy and your commitment to following procedures for handling confidential data.
You can talk about specific protocols you follow, password protection, secure storage of documents, shredding policies, and this is a great opportunity to highlight any training you've received on data security and privacy regulations.
Perfect. Now, this next question gets to the heart of teamwork. How do you handle conflicts or disagreements with colleagues when working on a team project?
They want to see that you can communicate effectively, listen to different perspectives, and find solutions that benefit the entire team. Share an example of time you successfully resolved a conflict, highlighting your collaborative approach.
Exactly. Maybe you and a colleague had different ideas about a project. Explain how you listened to their perspective, found common ground, and reached a compromise that worked for everyone.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here with these interview questions.
We have. And remember, the key is to prepare thoughtful answers. Practice your delivery and showcase your passion for this field. But there's something else that can give you a serious advantage: RoleCatcher's AI-powered tools.
That's where it gets really interesting. RoleCatcher has this amazing AI that can actually help you tailor your answers to specific job descriptions.
It's incredible. The AI analyzes your responses, identifies areas for improvement, and even helps you refine your delivery.
Think of it as like having a personal coach guiding you every step of the way.
And here's the best part. They even offer a feature where you can practice your answers through video and receive AI-driven feedback on your performance.
Like having a mock interview with an expert, pinpointing strengths and weaknesses. So if you're feeling a little nervous or unsure, RoleCatcher's AI can help you level up your game and really impress the hiring manager.
Absolutely. It's a game changer for interview prep.
Now let's take a step back from the interview itself and look at the bigger picture. What does a successful career in this field actually look like?
That's a great question. And we're going to dive into that in the next part of our deep dive. We'll explore career paths, industry trends, and how you can position yourself for success in the world of banking. Welcome back to our deep dive.
So in the last part, we tackled some of those tough interview questions and saw how RoleCatcher's AI can really give you an edge.
Right.
But now let's step back. Look at the bigger picture. What does a successful career in this field actually look like?
Yeah, the banking industry is changing so rapidly, with technology playing such a big role. And it's really interesting, especially for aspiring bank account managers. There's so much opportunity.
So what skills do you think are going to be the most in demand in the next 5 to 10 years? What should people be focusing on?
One key trend is the shift to digital banking. Online and mobile banking are becoming like the norm. So tech savviness is not optional anymore. It's essential.
Yeah, it's not just knowing how to use a computer. You got to understand banking platforms, the security protocols, even being able to walk people through online transactions.
Exactly. It's like being a tech support specialist, but you also have that focus on building relationships and trust. And here's where it gets really interesting. As AI and automation take over more routine tasks, bank account managers will need to focus on those things that machines just can't do.
Like what?
Like offering personalized financial advice, building those strong relationships, and truly understanding the nuances of a client's financial situation.
Oh, I love that. It's like you're a financial coach, helping people reach their goals.
Exactly. And those human skills, empathy, communication, problem solving, they become even more valuable in a tech-driven world. You're not just crunching numbers anymore.
Right. It's interesting, too, with technology making banking so much more accessible, the pool of potential clients is expanding.
Absolutely. You're going to be working with people from diverse backgrounds, diverse needs. So adaptability and cultural awareness are crucial. You have to connect with people from all walks of life, regardless of their, tech skills or financial literacy.
So someone might be listening to this and thinking, okay, this all sounds great, but I don't have much experience. Where do I even begin? What does the RoleCatcher Career Guide say?
Internships are a fantastic way to get your foot in the door. Many banks have programs specifically for aspiring bank account managers.
And even if it's not a formal internship, look for opportunities to volunteer or shadow experienced professionals.
Definitely. And here's a tip from the career guide that cannot be overstated. Network, network, network. Attend industry events. Connect with people on LinkedIn. Build those relationships that could open doors down the road.
It's all about taking initiative, making those connections. Now, let's say you've been a bank account manager for a few years. You're rocking it. You're ready for that next challenge. What are some options for advancement?
The career guide highlights a few exciting paths. You could go for branch manager, regional manager positions, taking on more responsibility, leadership roles.
So you'd be overseeing a team of bank account managers, setting goals, maybe managing budgets.
Exactly. It's a step up, requires strong leadership and organizational skills, but it can be incredibly rewarding. You get to mentor others, really make an impact.
Now, the career guide also mentions specialization. What is that?
You could choose to focus on a specific area of banking. So commercial banking, investment banking, or wealth management, these often require additional certifications, expertise.
So you might become a specialist in, say, lending to businesses or advising like high net worth individuals.
Precisely. Specialization lets you dive deep into a niche that you're passionate about, develop that unique skill set.
And let's not forget certifications. The career guide really emphasizes the value of credentials, like certified banker or certified financial services professional.
Right. These certifications show a commitment to professional development, give you a competitive edge, shows employers that you're serious about your career.
Okay, so we've talked about the skills, the importance of networking, and those different career paths. What would you say are the key takeaways for our listeners?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is that this is such a dynamic field. The traditional role is changing. Technology is more important than ever.
So it sounds like adaptability, a willingness to learn are really essential. You got to embrace those new technologies.
Yeah. But while technical skills are important, those human skills are still the most crucial. You have to be able to connect with clients, understand their needs, and provide that advice,
Yeah.
That's what makes you stand out.
It's those relationship building skills. That's really at the heart of it, no matter how much technology changes.
Absolutely.
And the third key takeaway is this is a career with tons of possibilities for growth, for advancement.
You got it. Whether you choose to move into management, specialize, or pursue more certifications, there are a lot of opportunities.
Now, I want to touch on RoleCatcher's AI-powered tools again. They can be really helpful at every stage, from interview prep to tailoring your resume.
Yeah, and it can even help you uncover career paths that you might not have even considered before.
And the best part, there's a free version. You can explore all the tools, the resources, without commitment.
No reason not to check it out. See how it can help you in the banking world. Now, I think we should move on to our last segment. We'll leave you with some things to think about as you go on your journey to becoming a bank account manager.
All right, so we've talked about a lot.
We have.
Nailing the interview, the career paths. But before we wrap up, I want to leave you with some things to think about.
Yeah, think about these questions as you're on this journey to become a bank account manager.
As technology keeps advancing, do you think the role of a bank account manager will become more specialized or more generalized?
Ooh, that's a good question.
What do you think?
Will we see bank account managers focus on specific types of clients or financial products? Or will they need to be super versatile and be able to handle a lot of different things?
It makes you think about what a bank branch of the future will even look like.
Yeah.
All right, here's another one. With cryptocurrency and all that, the decentralized finance, do you think banks will need to change what they offer to stay relevant?
That's a big one. People have so many more options now, so how will banks evolve? And how will that impact the role of the bank account manager? Will they need to be knowledgeable about all this new technology?
It's a fascinating time to be in this industry.
It is. And by thinking critically about these trends, you can really position yourself as a forward thinker.
Yeah, being proactive, being curious, constantly learning.
Absolutely.
And all those resources, the RoleCatcher Career Guide, the AI tools, can be so helpful as you navigate this.
Definitely. They can provide the insights and guidance you need to stay ahead.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, landing a bank account manager job is really just the start.
Yeah, it's the beginning.
It's about embracing the challenges and opportunities that come with this career.
By staying informed, keep working on your skills, build those strong relationships, you can be successful and really make a difference.
And that's what it's all about, helping people reach their financial goals and feel good about the future.
Exactly. Thanks for joining us. We wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, good luck out there.